It's a special edition of Compas on the Beat. We will preview Super WildCard Weekend in 5 parts. This episode is all about the Dallas Cowboys at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday Night Football. We got Dan and Dago, Vic the producer, Gilbert Manzano, and I'm Fernando Ramirez. Finally, a game with no backup quarterbacks. Well, if you're not the Cowboys. And the betting line is so close. The Cowboys are favored by 2.5. God only knows why. Gilbert obviously is probably making this betting line in favor of Dak Prescott and his Cowboys. Let's start the round table and let's see. Gilbert, why do you think the Cowboys are going to beat Tom Brady?
Yes, I respect Tom Brady. He talked to what? Come on, man. Jeez, you're all right, back into character. Yeah, Tom Brady is freaking old. All right, so get over it. Father Time is knocked on his door. He said, "Hey, you're gonna get divorced. You're gonna have the worst running game in the NFL, and you're gonna be 89. But I'll get you the division, get one more playoff game, and then after that, boom, boom, boom.
You're only as young as the girl that you're dating, and he's dating a 26-year-old.
Whatever, Leo DiCaprio. Yeah, no." To kind of put it simple without taking shots, I respect everything Tom Brady is doing. It's hard to go against him. He's actually, according to Mike Evans, 7-0 against the Cowboys. That kind of scares me. But this Cowboys team is so much better than the Buccaneers. They're 8-9. They got lucky to be here because the NFC South was just terrible. You know, Brock Purdy went off on Tom Brady. Like, we know this team is awful. It's not their year. It's okay. You got lucky with one bad division. You're in. You're wasting the Detroit Lions spot. It's okay. But Dak Prescott and Jerry Jones, Tony Pollard, Zeke Elliott, Micah Parsons, Trevon Diggs, this team is so much better that they're going to get it done. But they are the Cowboys. They're going to make you sweat. It's going to be entertaining. They'll get it done, though. And they're freaking dead last running the football. Dan and Dago, come on. You get on those bandwagon. You got to run the football in the playoffs.
Does anybody know who Sam Howell is?
Who?
You guys know who he is, right?
He's the rookie for the Commanders.
He was a third-string quarterback of the Washington Commanders that beat
in a meaningless game. They already had the 5th seed.
But they played their whole play. They played all their players. Their
starters.
Out.
It doesn't matter. They already knew in their head, like, hey, why are we playing here, Mike McCarthy? And you could say,
you know what else is undefeated, Gilberto? You know what else is undefeated?
Father Time.
The
You actually set me up there. Father Time never loses.
All right, Dan, why is Gilberto wrong?
He is so disrespectful. I didn't know Skip Bayless was your hero. Seriously, I didn't know that. You're on that bandwagon. Okay, I see it now.
Hey, don't go too low there.
Now all you need to do is just start twiddling your thumbs. Get on the Twitter.
Buccaneers are 8-9 for God's sake. What do you like about them? Tell me. Tell me what do you like about
Gilberto, you're missing one important key detail. It's the Dallas Cowboys. What do the Dallas Cowboys do? They do the same thing your other hero does. They start to choke, Gilberto. You serious? And you know what's the other thing you're failing to understand? Aren't they on the road? Didn't the Bucs get the home game? They're on the road. They're not playing in Jerry's World, dude. How is that gonna figure in Jerry's plans in the shower? Because that's where all his great ideas come in. What?
Can't run the football at home. They can't even.
They're going to figure out a way. What you fail to understand is that it's playoff Tom, and there's no one more dangerous than playoff Tom. And trust me, I understand what you're saying about all the other things. I totally agree. I think the biggest mistake they made all offseason was taking Bruce Arians off the headset and setting him upstairs into the executive office or whatever, because it's not the booth, but whatever. But I don't understand why you have so much confidence in this Dallas team. This Dallas team, time and time again, has done the same thing. What did they do Dak's rookie year? They won 12 games, I think, and they played at home against the Packers and did what? Choked on a last-second Rodgers drive to score a game-winning field goal. They've done this time and time again. They've done this in Green Bay, which, I mean, debatable call, but, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know where you get so much trust for them. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, for the most part.
They did it last year, too, against the 49ers, remember?
You see what I'm saying?
I think you guys are just fooled. You see
Student of
you see a
history,
pretty house in
Gilbert.
front of it with Tom Brady. You go into the house and there's a bunch of crap and everything. The ceiling's leaking, the toilet's terrible, but you just see Tom Brady in the front and that's it.
I would sit these cheeks on that toilet. I'd be like, you know what? I'm fine.
I understand
Go ahead, guys.
why you're so angry, Frown.
Go ahead.
Because they not only beat the dog piss out of his beloved Chiefs in the Super Bowl. That's why he's holding grudges over
turning
here.
Back the clock, which Tom Brady can't do anymore.
What are you talking about? He's still playing at a high level, guy. You forget he has Mike Evans, Chris. Godwin. Is his name Chris? I think it is. He still has weapons on that team. And the thing you fail to understand, this is the big separator from Tom Brady and Dak Prescott. Tom Brady's football IQ is 100 million thousand infinity. It's unbelievable. Dak Prescott a lot of times has made the playoffs and gotten stopped by these defenses time and time again. All right, beloved Rams did it a few years ago.
You keep making me have more counterpoints, but one more, Victor. When you're throwing the ball 50 times, you got Micah Parsons coming at you. Take that. All right.
What are you telling me before the show? Stop Dan and Diego.
What are you talking about?
Now too. All right,
you're one-dimensional. You're one-dimensional. Whatever.
Yeah, but Tom Brady's smart enough to get the ball out of his hand early.
All right, here we go. I think the key for the Cowboys here will be making sure that they decide to give Tony Pollard the ball instead of Zeke Elliott. You need to feature. We've seen what this offense can look like if you feature Tony Pollard. If they do that, I really like their chances here. There's a couple of things with the Buccaneers that I don't like in their trend this year. One, we've seen now that Tom Brady had his first losing season. The only other one was with the Patriots, but he wasn't on the team at that time. So it doesn't count. So in 25 years, he had his first losing season. You've seen his offensive line not be as good this season. That's why he tries to get the ball out of his hand. The one good thing about that offense has been their rookie running back. He's kind of flashed. But outside of that, even their defense, I'm not in love with this season. It's been kind of leaky as well. But this is going to be a hard game to pick for me. But as you asked, with the Cowboys, there are a couple of things I do like about them more than I do the Buccaneers. One thing is the Cowboys aren't hosting the game. They don't have, they're not coming in as they are the favorite, but they're not coming in with expectation anymore like we've seen in past years when they won the division. They're coming in as a wild card. I guess the only thing that kind of concerns me is Dak Prescott. He's thrown an interception in 7 straight games now. Yeah. So that's something to be concerned about. But if he's able to get the ball to Lamb, and like I said, just feature Tony Pollard. Stop trying to give the ball to Zeke Elliott. He's not the same running back as before, and I know they're doing it because of Jerry Jones and how much he loves Zeke Elliott. It's time to feature Tony Pollard, man. He's the best player on that team. He's the one that can be a dynamic and also a game changer for the Cowboys.
Dakota Prescott does not strike fear into me. I think he's an average to below average quarterback. I think he's whatever's. That's why I look at it. I look at the quarterback matchup, and I'd rather have Tom Brady. I'd rather have 45-year-old Tom Brady than 30-year-old Dak Prescott. Mike McCarthy versus Todd Bowles. I guess that's kind of a toss-up there.
Won the Super Bowl. Come on.
That was a long time ago. I can still remember.
Okay, we get it. You guys are related. I get it.
But there it is.
Sour
definitely. I think there's a lot of toss-ups, but I mean, at the end of the day, I just think that when the playoffs come, Tom Brady turns into a different human being, and I really think that this team is going to be focused. I don't think there's anybody on that Cowboys defense that can stop or slow down Mike Evans or Chris Godwin. I think they're going to go nuts.
Yeah,
the only thing is, who?
Micah Parsons hit the quarterback.
Anybody can stop Mike Evans or CeeDee Lamb.
Hit the quarterback. That counts.
Yeah, you can hit the quarterback, but can he get to the quarterback quick enough, especially with that quick release that Tom Brady has. I'm
Maybe
not
a 10-yard dump off the whole time.
I know everybody's a huge. I know everybody. You're supposed to interrupt Dan, not me. I know a lot of people are huge. What's his name? Diggs. Stephon Diggs fans. Trevon Diggs. I'm not a big fan of his. I think he just guesses on a lot of routes and he jumps them. If not, he gets burned. So I'm not a big fan of his. I don't think he's that good. So I just think Tom Brady is going to have a field day. Now, the only thing is, if their pass rush can get, and that's the problem, they lost Jason Pierre-Paul. They lost a lot of their pass rush to free agency. Ndamukong Suh. That's crazy. Ndamukong Suh didn't play this year. I thought he was going to end up playing. Oh, no. He's with the Eagles.
No, he's with the Eagles.
Yeah, I forgot. But that's what I'm interested in. I want to see how the Bucs defense is going to try and stop the Cowboys, especially because to me the Cowboys only have one receiver, and that's CeeDee Lamb. I think the other guys are okay. By the way, that punt returner who's really good, he's coughed it up the last couple of weeks. So if he coughs it up again, it's gonna be dangerous for these guys. But I definitely think that not the Patriots. I really think that the Bucs do have the edge on this one. The Patriots aren't in the playoffs, Fernando. Remember, Bill Belichick's out. Wow. Tom Brady's still in.
You're dinging his ass. Ding, 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 ding. Stop disrespecting. I got something for Gilberto. Let me know when it's my turn.
All right. So obviously, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you guys think, but I think the best way to stop Tom Brady, obviously, is like you guys have said, give Tony Pollard the ball, run the football, control the clock. But at the end of the day, the Cowboys have to score points, and they haven't really done that as of late. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but do you feel like, Gilbert, that's the best way to stop Tom Brady?
No, like for real, I am concerned with Dak Prescott, but the whole key, like we were saying, run the football, and they do that with Tony Pollard and even get Zeke mixed in. Like it might be okay, but the other thing too that I keep going to is like maybe they like you mentioned, Victor. Maybe they find a running game, but they're dead last for a reason. They could never figure it out with Leonard Fournette, and when you become one dimensional, and I get it, you release the ball quickly, Micah Parsons won't get to you. That's fine, but at one point, you're throwing these 10-yard dump offs, you're gonna get frustrated. You're gonna throw it down the field and maybe force one or two. And when you're getting a bunch of opportunities, when you're throwing the ball 50 times a game, Trevon Diggs can maybe get one right eventually and get an interception. And the key sometimes is turnovers. You win the takeaway battle. Yep. You're one dimensional. That tends to happen more. So I get it. Prescott throws interceptions. Tom Brady's still playing at a high level, but when you're just forcing the ball a lot, usually bad things happen, and that's what I keep going to.
Dan,
you want to know something? You, Mr. Disrespectful, both of you disrespecting goats today. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Both of you need to apologize. Right? You need to apologize and you need to repent. But I pulled up these little stats over here, right?
Oh,
guess who's ahead of Tom Brady passing this year, Stooge?
Ahead?
Justin Herbert.
The son of Odin. Patrick Mahomes. No one cares. Let's see where Dak Prescott is. Here we go. Let me scroll one or two, three times.
Yes, like I told you, he's one dimensional. He's throwing the ball like 80 times.
Who's ahead of him? Tua Tagovailoa, and he's barely played half of the season. It's unbelievable.
Well, Dak Prescott missed 7 games. What are you talking about?
What?
Well, that's why I called Dak a backup quarterback. The other guy did better than him.
Cooper Rush killed it. He went under. Oh no, he lost one to the Eagles. But I mean, the number one.
Let me ask you this question before we get going. If Cooper Rush was playing in this game, would you go the other way?
I would. I would 100%.
No,
because the difference is this, right? Cooper Rush doesn't really get into those mistakes. He doesn't really turn the ball over.
That's fair.
When he turned the ball over against the Eagles, it was mostly tip. I think he had one tip pass and one bad throw. And it's like, you can win with that. The thing about this is where I go back to, again, student of history. What lost them the game against the Packers? They took the ball out of Zeke's hands and put it in Dak's. That was their big mistake from the beginning. And I think ever since then, they try and do that a lot also. And in my mind, Dallas isn't going to win throwing the football 40, 50 times with this guy. I don't see it. And I don't care what Cowboy fan wants to come in the mentions or whatever. I don't see it. You know who's on my side? History, because he hasn't been able to do it.
Vic, last point. You got anything?
I got 2 things. One, one of the things that is really concerning with the Cowboys is where has their pass rush gone? Like we were talking about Micah Parsons and Nick Bosa kind of battling it out for the defensive player of the year. And then once everybody started bringing up and making debates about it, Micah Parsons disappeared, and that's because their pass rush disappeared with it. I kind of want to see if they can find their pass rush in this game. That'll be something. Another one player to keep in mind here, and I know probably nobody knows his name, is Noah Brown. He's like the third receiver for the Cowboys. He's somebody just keep an eye on. He might be an X factor in this game. And then for the Buccaneers, I want to see more involvement with the tight ends. He's got
Break.
what's his name from
Cameron Brate.
from
Kyle
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Kyle Rudolph.
And the rookie K that beat the Rams.
Cade Otton.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so I kind of want to see
Not Gronk,
him.
though.
Not
No.
Gronk, but I want to see what he use his tight ends
Same
more
skin
in the
color.
red zone. Yeah, so
Gronk is
Those-
throwing a
those-
Super Bowl party at the beach, supposedly. That's what I heard.
yeah,
Oh
in
my
Arizona.
In Arizona?
Are you trying to go or
Yeah.
what?
Yes,
Okay, yeah, we got.
There's no beach in Arizona, but it's called the beach, but whatever.
yes.
Interesting. All right. Let's see. I mean, I already know who this guy's gonna go with. Vic, who are you going with?
I'm gonna take. It's not an upset just because everybody here is picking the Buccaneers, but I think the Cowboys somehow, some way, reverse their curse or whatever it is that they have with Dak Prescott, and I have the Cowboys winning 23-16.
Whoa, low
Gilbert.
scoring. Obviously, I'm gonna take my boy Dakota. Cowboys win it. Micah Parsons comes
You
back
heard
in a
that.
big way. Dakota's
That's
gonna throw
your
a couple
boy?
of touchdown passes. The CD Lamb, Tony Pollard's gonna have over 100 yards all purpose. So 31-27. I see a little high scoring game.
Go ahead.
That's your boy? You got low standards over there, Mike. I can let anybody.
You're
play
my
for
boy
you.
too, so I guess.
Oh no, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. No, I'm separating aside. You know that.
You're just my side.
Not got nothing but love for you, but I just think you're wrong. But that's okay. Like we talked about earlier. What makes
I don't
me
need a
nervous-
promo. I just need a freaking.
Oh, a take? Well, I'm on the fence. You know what?
This is the
I'm
fifth
gonna-
preview, man. He's tired.
I'm gonna ride with the goat. I'm gonna ride with the goat. Tom
This is a
Brady.
toss. You said this is a toss up too?
The only problem is this. They haven't looked as good as they have been.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
top Brutarians.
Where's his energy before?
that
We
to me
changed
is
his
gonna be
mind.
interesting. But I think because Todd Bowles,
Gilberto is making some good points.
I think Todd Bowles, because he is such a good defensive-minded coach, I think he knows how to frustrate Dak Prescott. So I'm going to take the Bucs, especially at home. I don't think the Cowboys play that well on the road. You already saw. I think they lost to Jacksonville on the road, and it was a pick six. So I'm
On
going to
the
expect
road
something similar.
again.
That's a good team.
We just love to make music with my friends.
Give us a score.
I
Stop being
can't
a-
wait to get on the road again. I think the scores are
Participate.
stupid. I can't do it.
Participate.
I'm going to come up with something stupid.
Do it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be the only one that has jingle balls, and I'm gonna go outright. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers 52, the Cowboys 25.
Let's
No.
Oh,
Let's
Fifty
go.
bird.
I'm gonna go
You're
Tampa
serious,
Bay.
huh?
I'm gonna go Tampa Bay 24. I'm gonna go Dallas Cowboys 20. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. I think it's gonna be kind of one of those ugly games where there's fumbles, there's interceptions, there's all kinds of crap. But at the end of the day, I think Tom Brady leads them. It's gonna be typical. You know what? No, I'm gonna say the Cowboys get out early. Everybody starts crowning the Cowboys, and Tom Brady comes back, brings them back, kind of like they've been doing it all year against the Rams, against some other
Yeah.
teams. Tom Brady comes back, leads them up the
Panthers.
field, scores that game-winning
The Rams
touchdown,
are 5-12, by the way.
and it's gonna be but it was still Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and all those guys were playing. And I think it's gonna set up for a great 49ers versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers
divisional.
divisional
Wow.
game. So
You
Go
know
ahead.
what? You know what Tom Brady's gonna say?
Stop playing with us. That's all I gotta say, man. Don't let these tears fool you. There's all
That's
dog
right.
around this mug. I'm good.
oh yeah, hell yeah.
Speaking of tears, did you see Gilberto's tears when he said the Rams are 5-12?
Oh yeah.
All right, we appreciate you guys for checking out another edition of Supercard. Super Wildcard, our preview for
wild
Super
now. We got
Wildcard
wild.
Weekend. We got also other videos you guys can check out. Seahawks versus 49ers,
What?
Sorry.
Dolphins at Bills,
Sleep.
Super wild.
What?
Giants at Vikings,
Super wild. What?
What?
Ravens at Bengals.
Super wild. What?
What?
And if you guys are wanting to check out where you guys are like, hey, we're Chargers and Jags, head over to What's Up Bolts and check out that Dan.
Wow, that was
and
weak
Gilbert and I
sauce.
have-
That was
Can I
weak
do it
sauce.
once?
No,
I
we
always
have
wanted
all-
to-
Thank you.
we have
Can I
all
do
the
it for once?
Huh?
Can I do it?
Go ahead.
I've always wanted to do this. What's up, boats? Is that good?
Man, not the same.
No, oh
Not the
man,
same.
I failed you, Fernando. My
So
The
bad.
Raider
obviously,
in him. The Raider in
I
him.
know, I
didn't
couldn't.
like
I
that.
couldn't do it.
You guys
That's
can go
right.
over there and check that out. And don't forget, Dan and Dago's wearing one right now. Homage. Gilbert has a Justin Herbert NFL Blitz homage shirt. He wants to give it away. It's just cluttered there in his house. He wants to send it to you. So don't forget to comment in the comment section and just say, "What's up, Bolts? What's up, Hilbert?" You know, it's funny. Somebody actually said, "What's up, Hilberto?" And it had avocados right next
that's a
to
true
it.
fan.
So I just
Yeah.
started laughing. I'm like, that guy knows exactly why.
He knows
he's
you're
been
a
longtime
stooge.
fan.
He's a compa.
So we appreciate you guys so much for checking out these wildcard episodes. Super Wildcard Weekend. Don't forget to check out the other ones. We appreciate you guys.